Even though I probably should have.
All right, welcome to week 3. Our payout for most quarterback points went to Donnie Anderson, who had Rodgers blow up on Monday Night Football last night for like 45 points and 3 touchdowns to Cobb, 1 to James Jones, and I don't know who had the other one. James Jones had the other one, didn't he?
No.
No.
Rodgers.
He had 5 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, I know. To the Rodgers, the tight end, wasn't it?
Richard Rodgers. I don't know. Either way, most points for week 4 is the payout this week. So whoever scores the highest, which if you ask my dad, it'll probably be him. He'll probably just put up 210 this week. Just keep his high roll going. Speaking of points, though, we have 4 teams barely averaging 100 points a week after 3 weeks. Blake has 300 total points. You have 304. Brad doesn't even have 300 at 298. AJ Green has half those points.
You know what's sad? Blake has twice as many points as all the rest of us combined. Or twice as many wins.
Yes, he does. This is going to be toilet bowl chat for you and me this year.
It could be.
Justin's 302. But in Leaper is actually not too far behind at 317. So those are the 5 teams that are, plus me looking at the toilet bowl post, unless we all change something.
I got a solid 466 against, though.
Yes. And we have 5 teams above 400. Todd's leading at 444, followed by my dad with 436. Josh 418 and Bert and Scholl both have 404. So Bert has Andy Dalton available. He'll probably trade him for Aaron Rodgers and somebody else is whoever Don has. So Don, if you want to move Rodgers, Bert will trade you probably Aaron Rodgers and Marshall for Dalton straight up.
Probably throw in James Jones.
Yeah, he just
if you take Andre with him.
Yeah, Andre's going to be on the waiver wire tomorrow morning. I would assume. That's my prediction. Leaper made 2 trades this week. The only one made a trade. He traded Ingram, Landry to my brother for Lamar Miller, Vincent Jackson, and Christine Michael. And then Leaper then turns around and trades Vincent Jackson, Matt Jones, and LeGarrette Blount to Wallace for Dante Moncrief, Nelson Aguilar, and Lance Dunbar.
That was a good trade, I think.
Yeah, it was. Moncrief's going to be good this year. Wallace needs a running back. I think he's starting Matt Jones this week. So
and it adds a little bit more to Wallace's depth, too, I think. But Moncrief, I think, is the top player on that deal and went to Leaper.
Without a doubt. Speaking of Leaper, my dad beat him by 110 points this week, 186 to 72. My dad probably wasted his best game of the season on hopefully, his Leaper's worst game of the season.
Yeah, no shit.
I
put up less than 70 on that.
Josh put up 157, beat you by 50. Yeah, you put up 104.
It destroyed me.
And then another shitty game. My brother barely cracked 100. He needed that 3rd touchdown from Charles. 109 beat me to 94. Hopefully my worst output of the season. There was tons of huge matchups and tons of shitty ones. Another 50-point victory. Scholl puts up 147, beats Justin 98. Scholl had that Arizona D and Kaepernick gift wrapping interceptions and touchdowns. That makes a
40
big
points for a defense. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, it's just not even funny. But then the closest one, Wallace, 125. Todd makes the Randall Cobb 31-point Monday night just short to 122. So that makes Todd down in 2-1. So there's only 2 undefeated teams after 3 weeks. Brad loses to Bert 122 to 152. Brad was ahead. Bert had him on a comeback, and then Bert had James Jones. So Brad kind of got fucked with the Lynch, and somebody else fucked Brad, I feel like. And then Drew.
It's not his wife.
No. Another big win. Wins by 35 over Donnie Anderson, who's 0-3. Don scores 115, and Rodgers has 45 points. And Marshall has like 25. So he has
70 points from 2 guys, 45 from the other 7.
So, but Don says his team's good. He just look out for him, he says. Matchups this week.
Solid week for Drew, though, putting up 150.
Yeah.
Has he done that before in a week?
No, I think Drew's more going to be in the 90s for the duration. Yeah, the internet goes slow here, doesn't it? It's hard to look stuff up. You got to have it ready.
Good thing you got your paper.
Yeah, I printed it off this week. I'm prepared. 1-2 Leaper plays 2-1 Todd. Todd I'm gonna say Todd on this one, but he's got without Brady, so he's got Eli, who he doesn't want to trade.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no Brady.
I think Tannehill's going to bounce back after back-to-back kind of subpar performances and the hype train early on.
If the
going back home to Miami.
If the Jaguars and the Dolphins do good, Leaper's gonna win. Basically, is what happens. He's got Yeldon, Robinson, and Miller and Tannehill. So
Yeah, baby.
could be 7 touchdowns between them. Justin at 1 and 2 plays myself at 1 and 2. So I do not want to be 1 and 3. Neither does Justin. Hopefully, I come out.
I'm predicting a tie. You'll both be 1, 2, and 1.
There is no ties. We go to bench points.
Oh, that's
So
fucking thing.
the heater, new for this year. You can see it right behind me. It's gonna keep us warm this
right
winter.
here.
Yep. 0 and 3. Don Anderson plays my dad at 2 and 1. I'm gonna say my dad.
I agree.
Ooh, the matchup of the week: 3 and 0. Steve Scholl plays 3 and 0. Burt. I'm gonna actually. Scholl's got Carson Palmer going. Burt's got Luck. Luck is due for a 40-point game.
I think Andre Johnson will go off if Burt starts him this week.
I agree. He needs to start him one more time, Burt.
One more time, and this is it.
Burt doesn't have Deion Lewis. Burt is actually starting Joik Bell right now as we speak. So
Hey, Joik Bell got a touchdown last 2 weeks, didn't he? He only got 7 yards, but he's got 2 touchdowns.
yeah, he's only. Hopefully that's moving towards Abdullah. You are 0 and 3. You play my brother. My brother's. This is actually my brother's record is way better than his score indicates. I mean, I'm gonna say a 110, 100 game between you two.
I think that we need to put a bet line on which 2 players are not going to score points for me this week.
Yeah, there's been so many zeros. It's sad.
This is bizarre.
Josh 2 and 1. Josh without Big Ben, which hurts Antonio Brown, which hurts Josh. Plays Drew at 2 and 1. Drew has Cam and he's got Tyrod Taylor. Both black running quarterbacks that will probably be inconsistent by
Shouldn't
years.
be on a white roster in the middle of Iowa.
Yes. I'm going to pick Drew, though. He's got Steve Smith. He's
Sounds
got
like-
Calvin Johnson. He's got
Sounds like
Demarius.
you want to pick one of his quarterbacks.
Well, Drew's got 3-4 guys that are doing really well. I mean, if you've got Calvin as your wide receiver 3, there's probably not a better wide receiver flex player than Calvin Johnson right now.
I don't know. I agree.
So
Larry Fitzgerald, maybe.
yeah, no, Larry Fitzgerald is probably number 1 overall next year.
Larry Fitzgerald is awesome. He was on the XM radio show today with Roddy White.
This is the Larry Fitzgerald fucking bandwagon flag carrying member for 4 years straight.
Yeah,
And the year he does good, Andy Nelson could have been paid off, and my dad's reaping all the rewards.
No, your dad tried to pawn him off on me last week. What do you want to give me? What do you want to give me? What do you want to give me? When you know your dad, you can't get him anything he wants.
So Adrian Peterson and Emmanuel Sanders.
He'll try to still get like Eifert out of there, or Peyton Manning.
Wallace at 2 and 1. Wallace has been making good moves. Probably the worst move he did not get was getting Carlos Williams, but as he lost McCoy probably for this week. Playing Brad at 0 and 3. I'm gonna pick Wallace. Brad's gonna go 0 and 4.
I'm gonna stick with Wallace too. I agree.
Whoever wins between Burt and Scholl is probably looking pretty damn good because you probably only need to win about 7 or 8 to make the playoffs this year. So,
Hey,
they'll be
you can
halfway there.
lose 3 in a row just as fast as you
No,
win
that's
3
very
in a row.
true. But they got those 4 right away. So, what's bugging Andy lately? Andy, you haven't been here because I was tired of waiting on you. But now I'm not gonna. Now I'll wait on you.
Jeez, throw me under the bus. I wasn't even prepared. So I'll probably go with what was bugging me the first week. What's bugging me is you make a trade or you're sitting there, you're talking to someone, and they're like, send me an offer. So you send them an offer. And then they text you back or call, well, that's a fucking bullshit offer. That's not fair. That's not fair. Why the hell would you send me that? I said, well, you told me to send you an offer. Well, that's a shit offer. I don't want that. Well, then don't ask me to send you an offer. You offer something to me. Give me something that you think I want, what I need. And I'll counter it with what I think you want and you need. And then we'll negotiate. If you just ask me what I want, I'm going to take Adrian Peterson for Lance Dunbar.
Done.
Yeah, Leaper says accepted. Verbal agreement. I'll process it right now.
Through, Kyle.
I just tried to get Nelson Aguilar. I got shot down. Whoever wants Terrence Williams, he's available. He's Probably going to end up with 55 catches for 900 yards, but all in like 3 games.
We need like a 0 point scoreboard. Like you put those notches on the bedpost every time you get lucky. Anytime you get a 0 point guy, notch it on the bedpost. Has 0 point. I'm leading that category, by the way, with 4.
It's Ravens and Steelers on Thursday, right?
It is Ravens Steelers. First game without Ben Roethlisberger. Big question. How is that going to affect Antonio Brown? Will his streak be over?
No, he'll be 3 for 35.
You think so? I think he still gets his streak.
5 for 50 and a touchdown.
5 for 50. Not so much a touchdown, but at least 5 for 50. That's a streak.
See ya.
Later.